Hello everyone, welcome to mentorspool. Welcome again for this session on SAP IAG Bridge. This is Ankit and I'll be taking this session today. Okay, so in this session we would try to understand what is IAG Bridge. Okay, how the IAG Bridge architecture look like, and we'll also see each and every aspect into it. What we are doing, how we are doing, and why we are doing. Okay, so without any delay, let's start our session. Okay, so normally when we see the architecture of IAG Bridge, it looks like this. Before getting into this architecture, and let's understand two to three things which is really important, and everyone definitely be having that query in your mind. So the first thing most of people I have seen have in their mind is what we want to achieve with this setup. Using IAG Bridge, we can integrate SAP GRC on-premise with any SAP cloud system for risk and governance purpose. Okay, then why IAG Bridge is required? We can directly integrate our GRC with SAC or SuccessFactors or Ariba, Fieldglass. The answer is no. You cannot do that. There is no way to do that. Okay, except SuccessFactors, none of the SAP cloud systems can be integrated with GRC directly. That's why we'll integrate GRC with any SAP cloud systems using IAG, and that complete setup, it's called IAG Bridge. Okay, so the next question, if we already have IAG as a risk and governance tool capable of getting integrated with all SAP cloud system or most of SAP cloud systems, then why we need GRC? IAG is software as a service, and SAP doesn't allow you to do a lot of customization in this. And there are a lot of client available, or there are a lot of new client may want a lot of customization, which can be achieved by GRC. I may take an example. Okay, so let's say your client, and they want, if we are raising any request for a access, okay, for that team, sometime they need critical level of access, and sometime they need normal, it's a generic access request. Okay, what should happen in that case? If request is critical, then it should go to different approver. If request is generic, then it should go to different approver, which you cannot achieve in IAG, but you can achieve in GRC, because you have MSMP workflow available in GRC, which is not available in IAG. IAG just have one path, okay, one level, or there are three levels, you can say. There is a way we can make a permutation or combination, but we can say only one path is available. So it is not supporting MSMP as we have in GRC. So that's why we take a help of GRC. We use IAG as a bridge to achieve those level of customizations. Okay, let's not waste more time on this, but yes, this was required, that's why I did explain it. Let's go to the diagram and understand what this diagram talks about. Okay, I would like to explain this diagram first. Okay, what is this? This is our on-premise landscape where GRC is available. We also have a cloud connector installed in the same network. Okay, so this is our on-premise landscape. This is our BTP environment. This is our BTP sub account in which our IAG is subscribed. Okay, and we are using some destination service available on BTP to for communication purpose between two different systems. Okay, with in different scenarios. Okay, next one is our target cloud system, which could be SAC, SuccessFactors, Ariba, Fieldglass, Concur, any of those. We are using two other extra services, which are IAS and IPS. These both are part of cloud identity services. Okay, IAS is identity provider and authentication service. IPS is identity provisioning services, which does nothing but reads identities from one system, writes into a different system. Okay, here we use IPS as a proxy system. Okay, will not go much deep into IS, IPS and all these setup right now. Okay, as we already have done detailed session on IS for around 3 to 4 hours, we have done around 3 to 4 hours of session on IPS and all these, right? Which I'm sure you are already aware of. Okay, let's see and understand what all steps involved, making this setup ready and available to be used. Okay, so I would like to go into this slide, which give you step by step guidelines how you can create your IAG bridge setup. Okay, first of all, anyway you have to do some initial setup like activating IAS, activating subscribing IAG and all those things. You have to first job what you have to do is you have to integrate your IAS with IAG. We have done very detailed session on this for around 4 to 5 hours. I know you already aware of this. Okay, but yes, just to make you understand how this integration looks like, I have put across this diagram, and it shows you step by step guide how you can integrate IAS with IAG. Okay, second thing what we have to do, let's go and see in the steps. So we can do is integrate SAP cloud identity access governance with target cloud application. For instance, we have taken SAP Analytics Cloud. It could be SuccessFactors, Ariba, Fieldas, or any other. Okay, how to do that? We achieve this by IPS proxy. So IPS is a service, cloud identity service, which is used to integrate any cloud system with IAG. Okay, we have done very detailed session on this as well if you wanted to have a look. So this architectural diagram. It tells you each and every steps which is involved in integrating any cloud application, can be SAC, Ariba, SuccessFactor, or even BTP platform with IAG for access, risk and governance purpose. Okay, this also we have done in very detail. Okay, what is the third step? Third step is sync the repository data from target cloud application to SAP Cloud IAG. This is again a part of our cloud system integration where IAG uses this destination to pull all SAP data, identity data from SAC or any other cloud systems. Okay, there is a job we have to do, and this job, as soon as we'll run this job, after integration is done properly, it able to pull all the data in IAG. Okay, next step is complete the integration of SAP Access Control to SAP Cloud IAG. Okay, so it involves now these three things we already have done. This is what we have not done. So what we'll do, we'll see each and every part of this and we'll try understand what it trying to says and what is this, why it is done, what is use of this. We'll see and understand. So let's go into diagram. So first step, it says create authorization credential and identity authentication service. Okay, why we are creating this? We are integrating SAP GRC with IAG. Okay, so in that case, your GRC would need to reach out to IAG. And if someone, it could be a system, it could be a normal user, want to reach out to IAG, there must be a user available in IAS. It could be a system user or it could be a normal user. Here GRC is a system, so we'll create a system type of user in IAG. We'll create a destination in BTP, which will be IAG authentication service, so that whenever GRC tries to reach out to IAG, and the request will be rerouted to IAS for authentication purpose, and it will get authenticated and GRC would be able to access IAG. When it will access, what is a use, I will definitely help you right now, just to understand this. Okay, next is bridge SOD check. Okay, these configuration will do in system step by step. What all the configuration is done on GRC side, what all the configurations is done in BTP sub account level. Okay, how to create this destination. Okay, so bridge SOD check. Okay, this configuration is created so that when we'll do access risk analysis, we need SOD checks to happen. Okay, that's why we are going to create this. Third thing, provisioning status service. Let's park this a bit. First, let's understand this and we'll come back to this later. Okay, so what is cloud system connector? Okay, so this is nothing, it is very similar what you have been doing it very long if you are a GRC consultant. Whenever you want to integrate any system with GRC, what you do, you create connectors, right? And you do all those configurations in connectors. Okay, here the difference only is this connector will be created as a IAG type connector. Okay, there is a proper guide step by step which you need to follow, but yes, the connector will be created so that we can pull all the data from IAG into GRC. And how IAG got data? We already have done a repository sync into IAG from SAC when we did SAC integration. Okay, or it could be a periodic job which will run in a frequency which we will set up. Okay, so all the data which IAG has, all identity data from SAC will get transported to GRC for its use. Okay, so what will happen? So let's take an example here. You want to raise a access request for a user in SAC. How this request will be handled? Step 1, access request will be raised in GRC as usual. You are a GRC consultant, you know how to do it. Okay, as soon as access request is raised, it will be sent to the right approvers. As we already have all the data in GRC, approval will happen. Once approval is done, this request will be closed. Now the new request GRC will raise to IAG. Hey IAG, could you please do this provisioning in SAP Analytics Cloud? I am not able to do it right directly because I am not integrated directly to SAC, and now you have to help me in this. Okay, so what will happen? As soon as this GRC will try to raise a request to IAG, it needs to be authenticated. That's why we have created this IAG auth service. Okay, so once this then GRC will get authenticated, this provisioning request will be again internally done in SAP Analytics Cloud. This we have clearly learned in detail, step by step. We have integrated, we raised a lot of requests, we did access risk analysis in SAP Analytics Cloud system, which you already aware of. Okay, this request, this provisioning will happen in your SAP Analytics Cloud. Now, how GRC will get to know that this provisioning is done? Yeah, it's done. Fine. At IAG level, you always can go and see the reports, whatever provisioning is done. If it is done, done. But GRC also should be aware of, right? How, whether it is failed, whether it is done. GRC doesn't know anything. That's why we have this provisioning status service. So in IAG, whatever provisioning jobs is done, you get a report in this. Okay, and this report will be consumed by cloud system provisioning status update destination. What we will create in our BTP platform. Okay, and this communication of provisioning status update will happen through cloud connector. That's where we'll integrate this GRC with IAG using cloud connector, and we have done this in detail. If you wanted to have a look, so we did all these steps, right? This is the destination. This is generic destination we have mentioned, but in the case of bridge, the destination will be created, will be of type system provisioning status update. It will let the cloud connector know, and as part of this setup, we have added a sub account, we have added system, which will be GRC system will be added in this, resources will be added in this, and that's how this complete setup will work. You are already aware of this. Okay, so what happened? That's how you would be able to let GRC know, hey GRC, the provisioning is done for this request. and that's how the complete request will start from here. Will go to IAG, will go to SAC. SAC will send, will use the reports available in IAG to update GRC that this request is completely processed. Okay, so that's how it looks like. Let's go in a system and see what are the things we taught and how it is done. Okay, see, so this is our IAS screen, and we have added IAG available here. Okay, we exchanged metadata from here with uh, BTP and IAS, and that BTP destination what we will create will be utilized by IAG. Okay, we also did set up the assertion attributes. Here, let me go. Okay, assertion attributes. See, so we have set up these assertion attributes. The same thing you can see is a part of in our first slide. So we exchange metadata, we create destination, trust configuration we have done, and we did assertion attribute setup while exchanging metadata. All those things we did. Okay, now let's go to see some destination what has been utilized, and it must have been created. See, a CI user group sync. This destination is utilized by IAS to is utilized by IAG to pull all data from IAS, all identity data from IAS. Okay, IPS. This destination is used to integrate your SAP Analytics Cloud with IAG using IPS as a proxy. This destination is created for IAG auth service when GRC is trying to reach out to IAG, and this service is used to transfer the authentication request to IAS, and then IPS serves the request. Okay, IAG provisioning status update destination. This is used when all the provisioning happen in the target system, which was raised by GRC, and now this decision will be used to update GRC that, hey, this is done. Okay, this is again, this is the destination. This is we have created for GRC, which is for RFC connection. When we this is something which is not part of our bridge configuration, but yes, just as I have opened the screen, when you're using GRC as a target system for IAG. Let's say you use S4 HANA for IAG, right? We can do a risk and governance of GRC as well using IAG, correct? So that time we used RFC connection, and we were able to create users, and we were able to do risk analysis. We were able to do access certification, privilege access management for GRC using IAG. So we can take S4 here, or we can take any other on-premise systems. Okay, so that's how it looks like, and this is our IAG, which just a second, let me log in into this. Yeah, so we were able to pull all the data. We have a lot of data available here, and we did all the hands-on our access request, access analysis, all those. Okay, so I hope it helped you a lot, and yes, you really need to go through in detail, step by step. If you really want to do it and you want to implement it, we as a part of our training, these all the things. This has a 4 hour of session. This has again a 3 hour of session. This is again have 4 to 5 hours of session. This we have as SAC integration. We do two integrations in this session. We integrate BTP platform with IAG, then we integrate SAP Analytics Cloud also in IAG, which we do during we start IAG Bridge scenario. Okay, so if you wanted to look how we are providing the session, these sessions will happen in weekends, either in morning ISTs or evening ISTs, that you can confirm. We have conducted around 6 to 7 batches till now from December for our own batches, 2 to 3 corporate trainings, and the batch which recently got completed started on 17th June, and we have completed this session is around sorry, this is sorry this is running, the 17th June batch is running. We have been able to complete around 7 session. Last batch before this we had started on 2nd April. So you will get access to this LMS where you have video for each session, you have documents used corresponding these sessions. Okay, you will get very good end to end proper presentation for each of these. Okay, so lab setup guidance, your cloud computing basics, we have covered it very well, and understanding BTP platform. So understanding BTP and all these things we have covered in detail. Okay. Again, we have understanding BTP part 2, where 2 sessions we took to to cover BTP end to end, some security concepts in BTP, all those things. There's some extra topic I added as a video, normal video, if you want to understand how authorizations are handled in BTP, all those things. Then we started cloud identity services, which is IAS. We completed this in detail. We did all those integration step by step we did in the system, and you also have PPT which you can refer for your reference. Similarly, you will see for all the topics, we have very good PPT prepared, we have assignments prepared for you so that you can go ahead and practice. You will see these assignments given for you. It's assignments on BTP, assignments on IES, you know and further assignments we have for IPS, on-premise integration, on-premise in cloud integration using IPS. So there are a lot of assignments. We have assignments further as well. So after we do all these things, we also covered IAG, core capabilities in detail, where access request and access risk analysis, and privilege access management, rule designer, PAM, then SEC integration, IAG bridge, all these things. So you have very good presentation, again step by step documentation available. So for SAC integration, we did it in live in during the session, so I would like to just quickly give you a highlight on those. So see, it is well detailed content, and the same thing is done in system. Okay. And then IAG bridge. Okay, so that's how we run our sessions. And you will be getting access to IAS, IPS, BTP, IAG, all these things. You'll get access to our LMS, where you will be able to learn in detail. Okay. And yeah, these are PPTs. I had just opened it already with me. Okay, apart from this, so normally what happens is, when you're learning IAG, automatically around 60% of BTP security also gets covered. Okay, but we have some rest over topics in BTP security, or for that we run some 8 to 10 hour of session on that to cover rest of BTP security topics, in which we have these are already covered in our IAG. This is also covered in IAG. Authorization concept. Some of the part is covered in IAG training, some of the part is not covered in IAG training. Authorization trust management is not covered in IAG in detail, so we cover that in these extra sessions. Okay, cloud identity services, we just covered 3 to 4 pointers here, but we have not covered further IES part. We have not covered IPS in detail. We have covered IPS only whatever required for IAG in detail. We have not covered IPS. There are different use cases with IPS also, which we cover in our security training. And then some more security related concepts, application security or other stuffs which we have a part of this I BTP security training. So if you're interested in that as well, you can take a combined course, and it'll make you, you can say you are a BTP security consultant as well, along with a risk and governance consultant on a cloud. Okay, you can contact us if you want to enroll in these courses. You have phone number, you have email ID, you can drop us and reach out to us. Thank you so much. I hope I have been able to help you and explain you on the concept. But if you have any doubt, any question, you can always drop a mail to info@mentorspool.com. Thank you so much.